Didik TV KPM.
Right. So for this session is Literature and English 920/3 for novels. And we will begin with the structure of the paper. The paper has 3 sections, and it's Section A, Section B, and Section C. Now, Section A has 2 questions in which students or candidates are supposed to choose only one question to answer. And from sections B and C, there are 2 compulsory essays. And each question will carry 25 marks, so the overall marks will be 75. Now, let's go quickly to Section A, which is critical appreciation. Like I've stated earlier, 2 questions, one from each novel, and I'm sure all of you will know that the novel is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and the second novel is The Joylight Club by Amy Tan. For this section, there will be 1 excerpt from each novel, and this will be followed by 1 question, and you choose only one. And when you want to answer, you have to focus only on what is in the excerpt. You do not refer to anything which does not appear in the excerpt. For sections B and C, which are the essay questions, now section B will be 1 essay question on Pride and Prejudice, and section C, 1 essay question also on the Joylight Club, and they have to answer both questions. Yeah, Hanif?
Right.
So now, how do you study the text? All right, firstly, you must read the novels. There's no way around it. You must understand the plot. You must pick up the main details from each novel. You must understand the themes. You must understand the characters, the symbols, among others. Apart from reading the novels, yeah, Hanif, candidates must also read all the other critical books and resources such as articles on both novels in order to help candidates to score an A. Yeah? Read books and articles about them in order to expand your knowledge. But remember, make your own notes. Yeah? Okay. Now, during this time, we know some candidates are private candidates, and they would be very, very what we call helped by these internet sources which we found for them. And for Pride and Prejudice, we have the study guide and also the 12 Pride and Prejudice book club questions. And for the Joylight Club, we have also the study guide before Pride and Prejudice was on Schmooped. This one is from Spark Notes and study guide from Lit Charts. Now, a very, very important message to all our candidates and students out there. Please do not watch the movies, because both these novels have actually been adapted into movies. Why? Because when you watch the movies, as you know, movie adaptations, sometimes the producers or the script writers have creative license to change the plot, and therefore it will not be the same as the book or the novels. Yeah?
That is true.
Yes. So, how do you then practice answering the exam questions? Use past exam questions, discussion or essay topics in the study guide. Set your timer to 30 minutes. Write, and you mustn't refer to your notes, okay? And you must compare your own answers to the sample answers provided. For example, how many points did you include in your answer? How many examples from the novel did you use to support your points? And how logical was your answer? Remember, practice makes perfect, yeah? Answering your exam questions, time management, very important. Now, the exam will be 2 hours, therefore, 3 questions, roughly 40 minutes per question, 10 minutes for preparation, and 30 minutes for writing. Now, read the questions, underline the important words, think and plan what to write. So, your essay will be introduction, 1 paragraph, followed by the body, meaning the 3 to 5 main points with all the relevant examples from the novel, and a conclusion, which should only be a very short paragraph. A minimum of 3 and a maximum of 5 will guarantee an A for all of our students. Focus again only on what is in the excerpt. Read the passage to understand what is happening in the excerpt, not outside. You must then go back to the question and then this time link it to the to the excerpt, underline words, phrases, and others which you may find significant in relation to the question. Right. What we want to also remind our candidates is that they must not actually put in irrelevant, what we call irrelevant information from the novels, which come before the excerpt and after the excerpt. And they mustn't actually give additional or information which is not required of them, because this will then make them lose marks. You will lose marks when you actually do not refer to the examples from the excerpt, but you refer to outside the excerpt, because sometimes some students are really smart, they know the novels inside out, they tend to do so. Yeah?
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And Odaida, you did mention that it would be great for candidates to also read books and articles about the novels for a more critical understanding of the novels itself. So I guess in terms of the answers, it would also need to be, they would have to have a holistic overview and understanding of how the novel is, and of course the opinions of other critics, I'm guessing.
Yes, you're right, Hanif. What happens is that when they actually refer to all these sources, what we call literature review of the novels and the works, it means that they are also considering what other critics or other previous answers have actually contributed to them understanding the question. So the answer will be much more enriched and will not be too rigid in terms of displaying the candidate's ability to answer the question critically, because the difference between an A student and a C student, or an A result and a C result, is exactly what you just said, when they are able to bring in extra information which may not be what they have been taught at schools or when they have learned themselves.
Right.
Didik TV KPM